Hi, this is Tom, and in this video we are going to make some predictions. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our line of best fit, and we are going to predict y prime for, and we're going to use a few different values. One, we're going to try x is 0, and we're going to try x is 4, and let's try a halfway in between some points. Let's try 1.5. All right, so here's how we do this. We use our same linear equation. So we'd say that y prime equals, so let me make this a little clearer so we can keep track, so we're going to do it this way. So when x is 0, here's what we have. So I'd write y prime equals 1/2 times 0 plus, we have 2/3. And remember, I'm using this equation right up here. Same equation. Okay. Well, let's see. 1/2 times 0, that's 0. So to add that, I get 2/3. And so it gives me a new predicted value of x is 0, y is 2/3. Okay, let's try the next one. The next one's 4. So what do I get? Let's see, I have y prime equals 1/2 times 4 plus 2/3. Well, half of 4 is 2. So 2 plus 2/3 is 2 and 2/3. You could think of it that way, 2 and 2/3, which is the same as 8/3. So our predicted value is when x is 4, y is 8/3. Oops, that was an ugly 3. Let's fix that. There we go. And our final one is when x is 1.5. All right. Well, this says that we have y prime equals 1/2 times 1.5 plus 2/3. So when you add those together, we actually get a value that's not immediately obvious. It's 17/12. So I get 1.5 comma 17/12. Now, let's graph these. We're going to graph these points. So let me see. When at 0, I'm at 2/3. Well, that's right there. And then, let's see, maybe I should do these in another color. Oops. How about, I'll use this blue, so these will be blue dots. So this is going to be 2/3 is the point right there. Wow. Notice that it lands when x is 0, you're here, and so 2/3, well, that's where it crosses the y-axis. And where it crosses the y-axis has a name. It's called the y-intercept. Okay. Now let's see, our next one was 4. Whoa, I don't even have a 4 on my graph, so I'm going to have to make my graph a little bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4 is probably about there. So now, when I'm at 4, and I go to graph this, well, that means I have to come all the way up here. Well, that's going to land on the line right there, 8/3. And let me extend my line out a little. There. And my last one is 1.5. Well, here's 1. And so we'd say 1.5. Well, that's right in between 1 and 2. And so that's this point right there. Notice that all of those are right on the line itself. So the reason why is if you only had a few values and there was some kind of relationship between these, well, now you can answer the question of, well, what if I ended up with a data value of 1.5? Well, according to what we've seen so far, we would expect that the corresponding y to be pretty close to, for in this case, 17/12. And so it allows us to make predictions. There are limits on it, and you'll see some of those in the practice problems. However, within a reasonable range, a linear regression is actually a very powerful predictive tool. So that's how we find the line of regression, or the line of best fit, and that's how we can graph it and make predictive values. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.